Question 26 reads, the diagram below shows the section through the human brain. So as you can see, that's the diagram. So part A, that's the cerebrum. The function of the cerebrum is to control voluntary actions, such as the movement in the lips. It is also the point of memory, intelligence, thought, and judgment. Point B, that's the cerebellum. The function of the cerebellum is to maintain the normal body posture. Point C, that's the medulla oblongata. The function of the medulla oblongata is to control involuntary actions, such as coughing, swallowing, and salivating. Point D, or part D, that's the pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland is an endocrine gland. It is also referred to as the master gland. And the reason why it is referred to as the master gland is because it controls the other glands in the body. So the question proceeds, which of the robot structures is the center for processes such as thought, memory, and judgment? So my answer is A, which is the cerebrum. Go to question 27. Question 27 reads, select the diagram that correctly shows the size of the pupil of the human eye when in the dark. So I have A, I have B, I have C, and I have D. So the answer here is D, where as you can see in D, the size of the pupil is large, and this indicates that this person was in a dark room. Question 28 reads, the diagram below shows a section of a mammalian eye. So I have part A. Part A, that's the retina, and the retina has photoreceptors. It has two photoreceptors, which are the cones and the rods. So the cones are sensitive to bright light, and the cones are sensitive to dark light. Part B, that's the choroid or the choroid. So the choroid, it contains melanin, and the function of the choroid is to prevent refraction of light within the eye. Part C, that's the blind spot, and the blind spot does not contain any photoreceptors, so this means it is not sensitive to light. Part D, that's the yellow spot. The yellow spot has a lot of cones. It contains a lot of cones, and this is the point where an image is made or produced. So the question proceeds, in which of the labeled parts is there the greatest concentration of cone cells? So that's D, which is the yellow spot. Question 29 reads, the diagrams below show interior view of the two bones from the vertebral column. So I have X and Y. From which regions of the vertebral column are the two bones found? So A, X, thoracic, then Y, cervical. B, X, thoracic, Y, lumbar. C, X, lumbar, Y, thoracic. D, X, cervical, and Y, sacral. In identifying these two bones, X, that's the lumbar, and the lumbar has a long narrow spine. It also has long transverse process that are wide, and bone Y, that's the thoracic. The thoracic has a long narrow spine, and it has short transverse process. So my answer here is C, where X is the lumbar and Y is the thoracic. Coming to question 30, the diagram below shows an experiment set up to demonstrate the response of maize seedlings to light. They are growing in a box with a hole cut at one end. So I have plant 1, plant 2, plant 3 and plant 4. So as you can see, that's the diagram. The question proceeds: which of the seedlings labeled 1, 2, 3 or 4 would grow towards light? A I have 2 and 3, B I have 1 and 2, C I have 3 and 4, D I have 4 and 1. So here my answer is 4 and 1. Plant 1, it's a seedling which is untouched, and plant 4, it is a seedling which has its tip which has been cut off. So it means these two plants are going to grow towards light. Question 31 reads: which of the following pairs of stimuli can affect the distribution of auxins in plant roots and shoots? A, light and water, B, gravity and water, C, gravity and light, D, light and chemical. So my answer here is C, which is gravity and light. Question 32 reads: which of the following bones form a U joint? A, humerus and ulna, B, radius and scapula, C, radius and ulna, D, scapula and humerus. Here my answer is A, which is humerus and ulna. Question 33 reads: the diagram below shows a flower of a type of wind pollinated grass called Lysin indica. So that's the diagram. In the diagram, what feature shows that the flower is wind pollinated? A, crab-shaped stigma, B, petals, C, nectar gland, D, feathery stigma. So here my answer is D, which is feathery stigma. Question 34 reads: the diagram below shows a pollen grain soon after it landed on the stigma. So as you can see, I have the pollen grain and I have the stigma on the diagram. The question proceeds: what process has the pollen grain undergone to appear as shown in the diagram? A, pollination. So pollination is the transfer of the pollen grains from the anthers to the stigma. B is fertilization. Fertilization involves the fusion of the pollen grains in the ovaries. C is elongation. So elongation is the process by which there is an increase in length of an organism. D is germination. Germination is the process by which organisms develop from seeds. So on this question, I'm not sure about the answer, but you can try to research on this question. But I think the answer can be C or D, but try to research. Question 35 reads: the diagram below shows fruits of dentalion and scamo. So I have dentalion and the scamo. How is each of them dispersed? The dentalion and the scamo. So A, animal for dentalion, and for the scamo I have water. B for the dentalion self, and the scamo I have wind. C, dentalion I have wind, Then for the scamo, I have wind. D, the talion, I have wind, and scamo, I have animal. So my answer is C, which is the talion wind and scamo wind. Question 36 reads, the following diagram shows the developing fetus in the uterus. So that's the fetus. Then vessel P. So vessel P is transporting blood from the fetus to the uterus. The question proceeds, which of the following shows the composition of blood in blood vessel P? A, glucose concentration low, oxygen concentration high, carbon dioxide concentration low. B, glucose concentration low, oxygen concentration low, carbon dioxide high. C, glucose concentration high, oxygen concentration low, carbon dioxide concentration low. D, glucose concentration high, oxygen concentration high, carbon dioxide concentration high. So the blood that moves from the fetus, that comes from the fetus, it has low concentration of oxygen. It also has low concentration of glucose, but it has high concentration of carbon dioxide. So my answer here is B. Question 37 reads, which of the following is the most important advantage of sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction? A, it protects the embryo during its early growth. B, it ensures the survival and growth of the species. C, it allows variation to arise in the offspring. D, it produces offspring more quickly. So here my answer is C, it allows variation to arise in the offspring. 38, match the following diseases with the causative agents. So A, influenza, I have virus, tuberculosis, bacterium, malaria, protozoan. B, influenza, I have protozoan, tuberculosis, virus, malaria, bacterium. C, influenza, protozoan, tuberculosis, bacterium, malaria, virus. D, influenza virus, tuberculosis, protozoan, and malaria, bacterium. So here my answer is A, which I have influenza virus, tuberculosis, bacterium, malaria, protozoan. Question 39 reads, the diagram below shows the carbon cycle. So as you can see, that's the carbon cycle. Identify the process represented by letter X. A, photosynthesis. B, decomposition. C, combustion. D, respiration. So process X, so I have carbon compound in plants, and they'll produce carbon dioxide in air. So this process that can lead to production of carbon dioxide in air is respiration, which is D. Question 40 reads, albinism in humans is a condition caused by a recessive gene. If two albinos marry, what is the chance of them having a normal child? So here, a recessive gene is a gene that combines with a dominant allele in a heterozygous state. So I have A 0%, B 50%, C 75%, and D 100%. So the chance of having a normal child is 0%, which is A. This program has been brought to you by Jos Wale, promoting free education around Zambia. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.